her, and that you guys have had a really dynamic relationship, I guess you would say. So I was wondering if that has been fun for you to act. Do you have any sisters or siblings of your own, or has that been something that you and the actress that was your sister have kind of developed yourselves? Because it's been very powerful.
I mean, Amanda's actually kind of become a sort of surrogate sister. We got real close, real fast. I'm not entirely sure why. I think we just sort of made an intuitive decision to trust each other, which as women in the business can be a little bit like walking off a cliff and hoping that somebody put a mattress at the bottom. But she's a real gem, and she's a sensational actress. I thought she's done such amazing work. It's interesting because I'm biologically an only child. I've got one of those families. I've got like ex-step, current, half, whatever. But I was raised an only child. Amanda, I think, is one of 6 or 7. And so I actually leaned on her quite a bit for a sense of the dynamics and of how far you could push the conflict, which I think is pretty far, right? I mean, Katie and Maddie are each other's only family, which means yes, there's all the love and the bond, but there's also, this is the safest person in the world to dump on. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I mean, I root for Maddie.
I hope we see her next season.
I root for Maddie, and I will always root for Maddie, and I hope we see her next season too.
Thank you.
We have time for one more question.
No questions from the Bajoran?
Love the show? I'm sorry?
We had a Bajoran question that was coming.
I want to ask the actors first, and then the writers. Actors, what do you think The Gauntlet does? And for the writers, what does it do?
Great question.
What I'm curious to hear what you guys think The Gauntlet does. I'm also curious to hear, what do you think the aliens are? Are they aliens? Are they AI? Are they robots? What the hell's going on in this show?
Well, having been the only actor, well, no, you guys, I saw obviously living one, right? I can say pretty clearly and cleanly that I have absolutely no idea. I don't know what they do, and well, I have some idea what they do.
What would you like it to be?
The Gauntlet? That's such a hard question. I don't know, Tori, what do you think?
Well, we know it controlled a drone, so we know it did that. Outside of that, I have no idea.
Hell, I can't even use this thing. That's just space technology. So, yeah.
This is the hardest question we've ever had, ever on this show.
You're all classically trained improvisers, right?
Up to a certain point.
Obviously.
Let me ask you this. Here's another what-if question. We heard that it was total rendition for Los Angeles at the end of season 2. Are we done with Los Angeles? Do you guys think we're going to come back? And if not, where should we go?
Well, there are other colonies that Snyder mentioned to Katie and the Young back in 106. I mean, look, something that I think happened towards the end of season 2 that was a phenomenal door opener for me was Noah saying, we have a wrap and it's defective. So whatever it is that the Gauntlet does, if there's a way, if there's a breach in their kind of unified front, that gives us an opportunity to exploit that. And I think that gives hope for the resistance and for, for all of us moving forward in the show. Period.
Yeah, you know what? There's this. I have this list of things that you can talk about, you might talk about, but you probably shouldn't talk about. That falls under the you shouldn't talk about list because it's going to open it up to so many other things. So I'm going to kick that over to Carl and Ryan.
I mean,
and Wes.
okay, look, fine. We'll answer tonight. You can take the Gauntlet into a Starbucks and get unlimited purchases.
All we're trying to find out. Thank you.
It's not that powerful. No, but you actually, it's funny because from our perspective, we feel like we were answering questions, but this is, as Ryan said earlier, this show of kind of concentric circles, so there always seem to be other questions following those questions, and to me, it's like living in Groundhog Day. I mean, I don't know where this is echoing in some show that I worked on before. But we are actually attempting to answer questions, and honestly, season 3, one of the main things we've talked a lot about is really explaining more about the world. And season 3, in a lot of ways, is about getting out of the Los Angeles colony and really seeing what's going on out there. And in so doing, I think a lot of questions that you might have about the show will get answered. And you know, Ryan and Wes, who are really spearheading this, you know, the writing as we're getting into the season. I mean, I think that's just been a big goal of ours, is to, you know, really define the world a little bit more, so that as we go forward in the show, it's really more about the circumstances, the characters, and we don't want the show to feel frustrating on a mystery level. We want to find that right balance between intrigue, but also give you enough information about the world that you feel like you understand what's going on.
And I think we, as viewers, agree that we're along for the ride, right? That said,